Alright, welcome to Smoky Valley Disc Golf. This is going to be a casual round with some of my friends at the Bethany Disc Golf course in Lindsborg. Alright, for hole 1 we got a pretty straight shot. The course is full of pretty short holes, so we'll see a nice little layup from one of my friends there, Dax, and then Court goes a little far out to the right where he wants to. And me, I try to take the wide hyzer route. Here's Court with his putt, pretty nice putt, about 30 feet. Dax misses his putt, and I will also miss my putt. As you can see, we're not the best, but we like to have fun. Here's hole 2. It's the longest hole on the course, I believe, 360 feet. Dax didn't get his disc turned over quite enough, and it's going to land over there in the trees. Court has a nice little throw here, but he hits that little tiny tree right there. And here's my throw. I had the farthest throw. Pretty decent throw. Not the farthest. About 250 feet, 260 feet probably.
Hand-eye truth.
As you can see, here's Court with his truth. Not the best layup. Kind of held on to that a little bit long. Dax with his truth. A nice layup, except he turned it over too much. Me, I don't know what I was doing here. Kind of ends up a little bit too far to the left, but I do end up making my putt. Dax does his little turbo putt here, and I think he misses. Yep, there's the miss. Trying to have fun. Here's Dax making his putt. Court already made his putt for par, and here's my par putt. Alright, hole 3 is about a 260-foot par 3. All the holes on the course are par 3. Court gets his throw into the tree there. Didn't really, I don't know, I think he had an early release. Dax has a nice throw, hits the trees and rolls right into the middle. And myself, my throw is, I used an understable disc, not really sure why I turned it over that much, and it lands OB. And there's Court's throw, nice little approach, and Dax's approach with his slammer, nice and close. I am kind of going for a birdie, but I'm a little far away, and I turn it over too much. Here's Court's approach. Second approach, I guess. It wasn't that good. Gets kind of close. Dax makes his putt. Court missed his putt. I don't know. That was kind of quick if you saw. I missed my putt, and I just laid it back in after that. Dax's shot lands in the trees there on hole 4. Hole 4. Court's first shot lands pretty close. It skips about 20 feet, pretty close to the basket. And this is just a horrendous throw by me. I try to use my defender, and I turn it, I guess, don't turn it over, I hyzer it too much, lands in the trees. But I do have a good approach. I hit that tree, which kind of helps, honestly. Puts me right next to the basket. Dax's approach here, nice and close. Didn't really have a shot to go for it. This is Court's birdie shot, and I believe he misses. Yes, just barely. As you can see, we're not the greatest putters. I make my nice close putt, and Dax makes his putt there, and Court had made his putt after that. And of course, our course is on a college campus where they're doing construction, so we had to skip that hole. Dax has an almost nice throw. If that wouldn't have hit those tree branches, kind of comes up about halfway down the fairway. Court has a really good throw right down the middle, pretty close to the basket. I'd say about 50 or 60 feet.
Come on.
My throw right here is, again, not great, but not awful. I get next to that tree right there. I have about 50 feet left as well. Dax with his approach is about 20 feet left still. My approach here is not the best.
Oof.
I would say about
Birdie.
10 feet, or no, probably more like 20 feet from the basket. Court misses his barely, just on the rim of the basket. Dax misses his, and I make mine, thankfully. Next hole, this is my least favorite. I've lost a couple discs on this building, which you see right there. Court keeps it low. I also keep it low. He's a little farther down the fairway. Dax's throw we missed, apparently. I go for birdie and miss it. Dax goes for birdie and barely misses. And Court will also miss, although he is quite a bit further away. And here are all of our putts. Court with a turbo putt, me with a nice little putt, and Dax finishing it up right here. Hole 8 is one of my favorite holes. I usually do pretty good on this one. Dax parks it about 15 feet from the basket, but it is behind a tree, so that will be pretty difficult. Court, just not a good throw. Not really sure what happened, but it ended up rolling backwards. I have a really good throw, just about a foot closer than Dax. We're right next to each other. Court has his little approach here. Again, not great. Didn't really get as much fade as I think he wanted to, but it did land on that little mound. Dax misses his approach, and I end up making this putt. That's one of the best shots I've ever made, if I'm being honest. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but I felt like that was a pretty good shot. Dax makes his putt again because I missed it the first time. And Court, I believe, makes his putt. Oh no, he misses. It was kind of hard. He was standing from 1 foot. And here is Court's turbo putt. Again misses. He's kind of given up at this point. Final hole, hole 9, is about 230, 240. You're really best off keeping a nice straight shot. His obviously fades a little much, but he's about 50 feet from the basket. Dax's hits that tree and is a little further. Mine, I don't know how, but I end up going right behind that tree, and I have some trouble later. Dax with a nice little approach shot. This is kind of insane. He parks it right on top of the basket. I've never seen something like that before. It was pretty interesting. Court with his approach from the corner of the building. I believe he just goes for the approach. I don't think he runs this one. Yeah, he just, well, I guess he kind of gave it a little bit of a run. I'm giving this a tiny bit of a run, but I wasn't really that close. I had to go around that huge tree. Dax playing from where it lies. Kind of funny. Court is, like I said, he's kind of given up. He does make the turbo putt, though. And I have my approach, and I make it. And there's my quarter I get for winning. Thanks for watching, everybody.